Hi, my name is Akiva Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman & Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law, law related to the family. Really any kind of thing that can go on in a family environment is what we deal with. Please subscribe to our channel for additional information. Today we're going to talk about families as it relates to criminal cases. You know, in the context, a lot of people think of criminal law, they think of, guys, with ski masks robbing a bank at gunpoint. It's not necessarily about that. In the context of family law, sometimes there are criminal charges that come up for unpaid child support. Sometimes there's fighting husband and wife, and then there are domestic violence and assault charges that come up. These are not people who devoted their life to a life of crime, but these are people that can catch criminal charges anyway. And then the question becomes, if you've got such a charge, can it be reduced? Well, generally, the criminal charge that a person is initially charged with is in some way a bargaining position by the prosecutor. In other words, the prosecutor wants to establish a conviction. The prosecutor's goal in a criminal charge is to walk away with a conviction of some sort. Many times somebody will be charged with a whole host of felonies, and there will be a conviction on one and a dismissal of the other 13. You know, that kind of thing. There is sometimes in charges a piling on that goes on. But the understanding is that your criminal lawyer is basically going to go to the prosecutor and say, look, we'll agree to one count of a reduced charge if you dismiss these. Or we'll plead guilty to this one, but not this one. Or we'll plead guilty to none of them, but we'll admit that we're responsible for this or that. In other words, there's a certain amount of negotiation that goes on. And these cases, when they're brought, oftentimes they're brought with the understanding that we're going to bring this charge and a skilled lawyer is going to come in and he's going to want to negotiate it down. So there's wiggle room built into it. Is that the way it should be? Should people be overcharged so that the charges can be lessened later on down the road? Of course not. But it's part of working our system. Theoretically, there should never be a plea bargain either, right? If you did it, you should be responsible and you should pay the consequence. That's the flip side of it. On the other hand, our system is very human, and it's set up with the possibility that there's a give and take even in matters that involve criminal law. If you have any questions about that, reach out, and of course we'll be glad to help you out.